Hello friends, welcome to Anirban's World of Digital Finance powered by S4Hana, and this is Anirban here, and today is our 18th video where we are going to discuss about profit center accounting. All right. So we have already discussed a couple of topics before in our previous videos, which covers enterprise structure, then fiscal year variant and posting period variant. We have also discussed about how to configure the GL account and document splitting. We have also discussed about how to configure the controlling area, how to maintain variant, and today we are discussing about profit center accounting. So if you haven't yet, watched those videos, you please feel free to watch the previous videos to and gain knowledge around it. All right. So with that, I'm going to start sharing my screen. All right. So this is the video. This is the Excel sheet that we have discussed in almost all our videos. So as I was mentioning before, the chapters that I've previously covered is enterprise structure, then fiscal year variant and posting period variant, then general ledger accounts and document splitting, and then I have discussed about controlling area and how to maintain the variant, and today we are discussing about the profit center accounting. So this is the profit center accounting. If you see S4Hana FICO, and this is the 18th video where we are going to talk about the profit center accounting, and the topics that will be covered in this video would be how to set the controlling area, how to maintain a controlling area, and then create a dummy profit center, and then set up control parameters for actual data and define number ranges. Okay. Now, before I proceed, go to SAP. Okay, we need to understand what is profit center all about. Profit center is nothing but we create an entity where we account for both the expense and the revenues and that we do to understand the performance of an individual division, which is the profit center. And by that, we can measure the performance, and management can take some strategic decisions of making some investments, or making increasing the investments, or discontinuing with the division. So it talks about the profitability of a division, and we can also draw a balance sheet basis profit center, right? So with that, this is briefly about the profit center, and you can go to the notes later on. I will be uploading the link in the description, and you can go through the notes. And if you have uh, any doubts, you can always write back to me in the comments. All right. So with that, let me go to SAP S4 HANA. I go to SPRO and then SAP reference IMG, and then I'll go to controlling. In controlling, as I mentioned, that I'm now dealing with the profit center accounting. So I'll go to profit center accounting, and I'll go to basic settings, and then I'll first set the controlling area. So what we are doing here is that basically we have defined the controlling area before. We are ensuring that what are the further configurations that we are making, we are doing it in the same controlling area which we have configured before. This is more possible when we have multiple controlling area, right? So let's go to the blueprint and see what is the controlling area. So our controlling area is card. Yes, as mentioned before that the names here you will see would be resemble to a great extent with the characters of Lion King. So Scar is a villain character of the Lion King, and that is my favorite movie. So I thought of why not using the character names for S4 HANA FICO module. All right. So for module, I may be using some other names, right? Like Ice Age probably. So that gives a little bit of fun in this learning. All right. So I will populate Scar here. So that's it. So I set the controlling area. The system now knows that I have the further configuration I will be doing only in this card, which is the controlling area. Now the next one that I'm going to do is next activity that I'll be doing is maintain controlling area settings for profit center. All right. So I'll go here control area settings, and I'll go to maintain controlling area settings. Okay. So if you see the controlling areas card is already mentioned, and the standard hierarchy is P001. All right, and then I will maintain the local currency, which is 90 here. I don't know why it doesn't work like that. And then I will maintain as GPP. Okay, and just give me a moment. So standard hierarchy. Let me go to the blueprint. Profit center standard hierarchy. So profit standard hierarchy I mentioned as VITA HKUS. Okay, so Vitani another name. So VITHKUS. I would rather say instead of HKUS, I would say LNKG1. I don't think it will all fit in there. Let me see if it fits in. So this is a profit center standard hierarchy. Okay. So that's it. So we defined the profit center standard hierarchy here, and I save it. Data was saved. Fine. So let's move out. The next activity that we are going to do is we are going to do a dummy profit center. So what is a dummy profit center? So suppose any of the objects you didn't assign the profit centers, then it would then the SAP would assign that object to this dummy profit center. For any unassigned object, this is the default profit center, right? So this is called a dummy profit center. So what is the name that we are going to give to dummy profit center? I would prefer giving the name I'll change it LNKG1. So this is the name of a company. LNKG is Lion King, and one is just one. So what I'll do is there's a frequent power fluctuation, and my network is pathetic. So probably I will be thrown out. So I'm going to master data, profit center, and then you create dummy profit center. Here you create dummy profit center. All right, so I am back after the power cut, and I'll try to merge two videos. So let me share my screen and go where we have left. So we have been configuring the dummy profit center, and I'll name it as dummy profit center. Dummy profit center LNKG1. The profit center group is already aligned, and then the segment. Yes, so segment. What was segment? So we have actually discussed about the segment in our prior videos. So if you are not very clear about the segment, please feel free to refer to the prior videos. So let's see which what are the segments that we have created. So let's go to the blueprint and see what are the segments that we have created. So let's take NL1. All right. So let me see if I can get NL here. So here NL1, and this is ERP Consulting and NLKG1. That is a segment. All right, and then this is the indicators and the company code. See, this has already been assigned to HKNM company code. All right. So with that, I save this file, save this dummy profit center, and yeah. So create dummy profit center. So this has been saved. So profit center, if you see dummy LNKG1 has been created. So this is the prompt that we gave. All right. So with this, we have done with the profit center, and then what is the next step? The next step would be set control parameters for the actual data. So we have to go back again. We have to go back again, and then all right. Yeah. So you have to go to basic settings and control area settings, and then we have to go to this activate direct postings and say set control parameters for the actual settings. All right, and then I'll click on new entries. And to this is current year is 2021. And I'm going to select line items and online transfers. And I'll do it for 5 consecutive years. So line items, why we are clicking on line items, because if we click on light and check this line items, then the line items will be displayed each time you are transferring the actual data. And why we are checking on the online transfer? The online transfer we are checking because whenever we are checking this online transfer, then whether the postings would be transferred to the profit center accounting for each activity, right? That would to signifies that whether the postings should be transferred to profit center accounting for each activity. If that indicator is not activated, then you need to transfer the posting manually using available programs. All right, so 2022, I'll do the same way as my version 0, the way we did it for version 0, 23 and 2024 and 2025. All right, so with this, I save my work. So thus we have set the parameters for the actual data, and then the last one would be define ranges. So if you see the menu path, all are mentioned here. Okay. So define number ranges for the local documents. Now I'll go out. And then I'll define the number ranges. So what I'll do is I will go to the actual posting, then basic settings actual, and then define number ranges for the local documents. Now, if I click on the interval, I see that for the company code HKNM, you see there are no intervals exist, because initially when we were copying from 0001, we didn't transfer the number ranges. If you remember that we have discussed in our prior video. So what we have to do in that case is that we will copy the number ranges from 0001, which is the standard number SAP number range, to HKNM. All right, we will click on check mark, and all right, so these are copied. Now, if you want to see this, you see these are number ranges that are being copied. So I'll go back again, and now if I click, and now if I say HKNN, see these are the number ranges that has been copied. Now, suppose this is the number 1992 and this is 9999. So this is means this is would be valid forever, right? So if we want to, if we want to specify some year, we can also specify the year by clicking on this pencil icon. Sorry, and then we go to edit, and then we insert here, and then we can select an interval. Sorry, so we select this, and we go and we insert a year, and then we can say 2022, 2021. So that way we can also be specific about the year. Okay. Okay. All right. So we save this as well. So that's it about the configuration steps of the profit center accounting. Um, I hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please click on the like icon and share with all your friends so that they can take the benefit of the video. And if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.